Hey everyone, how's it going? So in this tutorial, this is what we'll be making, a 4 vertice mesh. As you can see here, we've only got 4 vertices, and yet if we render it, you can see here we've got a shaded surface, as if it was a very high poly. And you could go even further, you can make this really, really dense, and the same result would happen. This is just a quick overview of how to make a normal map in Cycles. So let's get straight into it. So if you delete the default cube and add in a plane, and selecting these lines up here and dragging them to the left will open up a new window. So let's change this to UV image editor and select new, and let's call this normal and click OK, and there we go. So now we've got this black screen here. So selecting the plane and going into edit mode, and for me I've got this pie menu here. I can just select this, or you can come down here and select this, or you can just press tab. So let's just press U now and unwrap, or in shading UV you can click unwrap here. So now that we've got this unwrapped, let's duplicate the plane and right click just to put it back on top of each other, and go into sculpt mode, and let's click Dynamo. Do some drawing. Alright, so there we go. So here's the sculpt. Just a quick recap. Left click fills, or if you've got the drill rush, it fills up. Control left click does the opposite. It kind of carves into it. And shift left click smooths. So as you can see, it's like smoothing it all out. And this down here, this detail size, if you change this up really high, you get this really low poly model. If you change this down really low, so half the default, you can see we get a lot more detail happening. So I'll just leave it at 12 though. And the detail size also depends on how far zoomed in you are. So if I'm zoomed in really far, really close, you can see that it's really quite high poly compared to everything else. So I'll just smooth this out, and smooth doesn't actually matter on the distance you are. So as you can see, smoothing it out just makes your brush way bigger. So, and pressing F changes the brush size. Shift F changes the strength of your brush. So smooth this out. Alright, so there we go. So we're done. So I'll unhide the flat one. So now I've got this sculpted one here and this one. So selecting the sculpted one and then shift right clicking the low poly one, so we've got both selected. Let's go over to the render panel, and down here under bake, change this from full render to normals, and then click selected to active and click bake. So now you can see we've got this, and it's a little bit blocky because of the low polyness. So we could I guess do it again to get rid of these, and just click smooth on this, but I'll leave it as it is. So yeah, so we can just delete this now, and now we've just got this low poly one. Let's change it over to Cycles, and let's make the normal map in Cycles. So in node editor, let's add a new material. You could have just clicked use nodes down there instead of doing that, and let's just grab up texture, image texture, normal, and put the color to the normal, and you can change this to non-color data if you want. And cool, so now we've got this, and if we just press render, you can see that we've got some stuff happening over there, and no purple or pink or blue or whatever textures coming up. So let's just move this lamp in a more obvious position. As you can see now, we've got this texture with this seemingly raised plane. So here we go. So you can see the light is catching on these points here. Let's drag it up a little bit more. And there we go. So even though it's a flat plane, 100% flat on the floor, we're getting these really shaded edges. And there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you got stuck anywhere, and I'll try and reply as quick as I can. So yeah, thanks for watching.